Lacey Sims, and
know
we are
that.
back with more of The
Achoo.
Sims 4 House Rules, which is our Harry
Yeah,
Potter
the
Legacy Challenge.
Mimic.
And, okay. So,
Ooh.
Evane aged up in the last part. She's a young adult now, so we're supposed to go on with her generation. But I think what we're going to do, this might make people sad, is pause this one. Because I thought it'd be a lot more fun. Like, okay, we added the Death Eaters in for her and all that stuff. But I feel like every single time it's time for me to record this one, I'm always like, oh. And I don't want to. I don't want to run through and go through the motions. So technically, since Evane has aged up, we would be moving on to her generation. Technically, not really. We'd be working on building the next generation. I don't really necessarily know where would I mean, I guess a good point to pause in this one would literally be more once she's established she has her kids and her kids are ready to move out and start the next generation type of a thing. But I feel like if I tried to do that, I would rush it. Like, I would literally rush through it right now and be like, okay, let's do this really fast and let's get her married and have some kids and let's age them up and, like, be done. And skip over everything, because I just... I don't know. I'm just not... I don't... Like, even right now, like, okay, I'm going to record one more episode. I'm like, I don't really want to. I don't want to do it. And I hate that because this one we had on the channel, and then it had been off for so long because I lost the game save. Like, I didn't, like, decide to pause it. It was literally like, the game save got deleted, and I was like, fuck. And then I was like, I'm going to bring it back. And I brought it back, and now I'm like, eh. And I hate that. I really do. But this is the one that just for some reason I'm not feeling the mojo with right now. And I tried and I keep trying, but like I don't know what to do. Like, she's gotta, I don't know. That's why I thought, like, okay, moving her in with Legend, okay, it's a little bit different. We're changing things up. But I don't know. Like, even right now, I'm like, well, what are we going to do in this episode? Like, I know that we should stick with it, even for a couple of more parts, to at least just have her have a relationship with someone. But
Shep Marmu.
She really hates that guy. But she doesn't even really, like, this is not... I also don't know Myrtle Lacey Gundam. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's hard because, like, I never see notifications for things, and I don't... Sometimes when I go through comments and stuff like that, I don't notice which ones they're on. The way YouTube Studio changed shit, whatever. So I don't really know what the engagement is with this one. So I feel bad if this is the only one that everybody watches, because it's the one that is just... Right now, I'm just... I don't know.
Olibar.
I don't know. And I feel like we should have stopped sooner, because now it is a little bit of a weird spot to stop it in. But it'll give a little bit of time to figure out, like, who she should be with. But even that, I don't know. I don't want to take it off because I want to continue. But at the same time, I just feel like it's... Oh, Minerva aged up. She's an old lady now. I just feel like it's hit its stride, and I just feel like I need to kind of take a break. And, like, a week is not enough. This way I get my mojo back, maybe. Unfortunately, I would really hate if we brought this one back for, like, a couple months, and then we go, and it never comes back. Because I know that's what happens with some series. You know, we took alternate realities off. I mean, that was, like, a year or more ago. Probably, I don't even know. And I literally keep thinking about it, and I'm like, I have no desire to bring that one back, so it probably will never come back. I don't want this to be one of those cases, but I just... I don't know. Maybe things will be different in the fall when we get the magic pack, because then we could actually legitimately use that. Even though, I mean, she's a vampire and everything, but I also do feel like, well, I kind of have vampires going in Well, I really only have it going in one. Well, technically no, because Stardust I was going to do like vampire kind of stuff in. And then there's this one. So I'm like, well, we got a lot of vampire shit going on. But honestly, that's kind of just the side thing. It was just to kind of spice things up. But we have Eclipsed, and honestly, that one with vampires and everything is a little bit more fun. That one's different. I don't know. This is just one that I'm just not feeling right now, and I don't know if that'll change or anything. And I feel like if I kept going with this, even like, okay, let's just get her to the point where like maybe she has kids, I would force it. We're on short lifespan, but I would literally force like what? Okay, draw one of these guys out of a hat. That's who she's gonna marry because I don't know. I've never like nobody's left. Like I don't know. She's decent relationship with all of them, but I'm not. None of them are really, like, head and shoulders above the rest. I think Myrtle comes out a little bit more, but I don't know, for me, like, how I feel about any of them. I think I would probably put her with Gundam, just because, honestly, like, all my Sims are gay. Like, okay. Minerva wasn't, but I feel like all my Sims are always gay, and I just feel like if I put her with a woman, it's like, maybe we need to just have, like... Plus, I love Gundam. He's so funny. I'm like, I personally love him a little bit more. She does not get along with Lacey that well, so that would be like a really difficult relationship. And the only thing I could think of is if we force Gundam in now into the house, we force kind of the relationship to go kids, and then age them up, and then like. Okay, and then when the kids are like okay, then we wrap it up. But we'd literally be forcing that to happen in like the next couple of parts. So I don't know if that's worth it. And unfortunately, this one, because I recorded off cycle, well, it's not off cycle. I record like this part before you've seen the last part. So it's not like, okay, well, let me know what you think. Like, and unfortunately, like, we don't have here the kind of engagement where people like watch things instantly when it's posted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people have fucking lives. Like, I don't expect that. But, you know, so I don't get the feedback as fast. And unfortunately, timing-wise, even if you guys left feedback like the second this posted, I've already recorded the next part. You know what I mean? So it's a little hard on this one to do the timing and everything of it, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I never want to record this one. You know? Let's just start a gathering. You know what? No. Let's not do that. Are we... If I was gonna pick someone, that's who I would pick. I would just pick Gundam. Like, let's just stick with that, and see what happens. Maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, so I can't guarantee that. I totally forgot we had pictures. I'm like, is that us? Like, who the fuck is that? Let's go out and have some fun. Yes. So I can't guarantee, like, I don't know what's going to happen. I want to kind of stick with it to the point where they do what they're supposed to, but I feel like I'm going to end up rushing it to kind of get this generation done, so we could pause it, and I kind of don't want to do that. I'm not sure why we came here. Could you put on your winter wear, maybe?
Kishal, Tribnathenib.
Change outfit into your cold weather clothes.
Oh, Zappelnorf.
So.
Lemtim Yanabi.
Ooh.
I mean, we're hanging out with friends, so I guess.
Doba Harfin.
Oh.
Well, let's see what happens. Impersonate mermaids.
Klatoy.
Isper Jaruk?
Ingao.
Oh, no.
Wonder what happens when
Zarb Samzo. Quink. Abba.
That doesn't look like impersonating mermaids.
Sibuna Torba.
I read that wrong. Tell a joke about ducks.
Oh, and Fora.
Ah.
Let's flirt a little and see what happens.
Bingkapa Baru. Kanumi. Merkel Zira. Suasua.
I mean, technically, it's supposed to. The
Torkanu.
generation would start with her,
Purple.
like as a young adult. So this would be the generic starting of the relation, like the generation. So, I mean, I feel like it's an okay place to pause it. And that means that I would probably bring back Stardust. I do have other things that I do want to do. But I want to bring back something that we've put on pause, and I've redone the world and everything like that for that. And so that would be what is coming back. So we'll see what happens, how I feel next week when I go to record. Oh, he didn't like that, but that's okay. Okay, now he's not.
Harfin.
Hey, Arishub.
Why can't I bring Gundam? Why can't it? Okay, let's not do that. Sorry.
Oh.
I wanted to go.
Romus? Or a Bay?
But for some reason, I can't choose him to come. So
Flish?
he's a loner.
Septo.
So anyway, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Muma Zarba.
Pakyoin Limla?
I keep losing my train of thought because I'm just trying to keep them chatting and so he doesn't disappear on me. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. So next week, I might, if this isn't up and Stardust isn't up, we'll just have another episode of Colorado Chronicles. We'll just have a special episode up, just so that there's filler in here. That doesn't mean that this is taken off. You'll know when Life in Stardust comes back or whatever, something is new in the spot. I would just have Colorado Chronicles up as a placeholder just to give me like maybe at least a week break to decide, do I want to keep this one up just for a little while longer? You know, did I just need a short break? Like, what do I want to do? Because I got to stick like one or the other. I feel like when I get to the point, like I like rotating them. Okay, you know, I'm feeling a little burnt out on this one. Let's pause it. Let's rotate something new in and it feels fresh. This is just an awkward place to pause it, to be honest with you. But at the same time, if I don't pause it here, I feel like I'll just get burnt out and we'll rush through this, which we're kind of already doing in a way, like rushing through the relationship, but she's not, she's sort of, I mean, she's kind of in the same place with all of them, so I don't know. No.
Zanahoy Tombra Abazirik. Oob. Senzini
So I don't know what to necessarily...
Wabarani
You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Flish? Pando.
My initial impression is that her hair looks ridiculous. Her hair looks ridiculous in the hat, but my initial impression is that we are probably going to end up pausing this just because this would be the best place to pause. This would have been before we started her generation, but technically this is the start of her generation. We have been with her since, you know, Legend took her. But that was, again, things that I wrote into the story to, like... I'm not technically sure when her generation was supposed to start. Was her generation supposed to start... you know, when she was a teenager or a young adult? Usually, you know, most of the time the generation that starts when you're a young adult. Okay, well, this would be... Technically, the last episode should have been the end. We should have paused it. But I wasn't... I was actually really excited for like 2 days when I like added them in and like, okay, cool, yeah, it'll be fun. No, I'm still feeling the non-desire to play this, unfortunately. So I feel like now that she's a young adult, this would be a good place to kind of pause see what happens, and then come back with her in her generation. Because technically nothing's happened. She still needs to get her job. She needs to get the relationship. And I know I'll probably forget what happened, but I'll be like, okay, what's going on? Okay, here we go. You know, maybe she will move out and not live with Legend anymore. And you know what I mean? Like, so that would also be something too. So this would probably be the quote unquote best place to pause it because she just aged up and whatnot. I don't know where he went. Where's he going? Is he leaving? Call over. Where the hell you think you're going? Don't you? All right, well, let's start a gathering. Gather at bar. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, well, I'm going to just say right now, most likely this will not be up next week. This will probably be the last episode. I should have thought about this harder in last week's episode, and been like, okay, now that she's a young adult, I'm gonna pause this shit. Bam! Because it would have been the best place, because now we're like, hey, we're starting over, and I'm gonna pause it. But I wasn't really thinking about it. It's just, I keep trying. I really do. And I know that's been happening a lot. I feel like it's happened a lot lately, but it's really happened with this one in Stardust. But, like, that one was, again, why are we not...
Flish, Pando,
Septo, Tachatuni.
Gorsoy, Nimanu Frifa.
They're not wearing their uniforms. I don't understand why we are not wearing our club uniforms. But whatever. But anyway, so yeah. Oh, she's hungry. Oh, girl. Okay, hold on.
Gibaru Benu. Okay,
I'm going to cancel that because she's... Hey, what you doing here? All right, I'm going to cancel that too. So you need to eat. Do you have any... I'm going to have you drink 2 of these so that you stay full. And you don't have to eat people. But anyway, yeah, so I think that would just kind of be the best option because then we'll just start the relationship and then the next... When we bring it back, you know, it would actually be kind of cool. We'll see what Realm of Magic brings. And hopefully it'll be something interesting.
Darfo.
I know we came here with our club, but now we're just standing out here flirting with Gundam and like... What does she want to do with him? Embrace. Oh, girl, I'll do that. Yeah. You think he will? You think he'll handle that? You think he likes an embrace? Become best friends.
Oh,
yeah, he liked that. All right, he's down with that. He's like, oh no.
Oh, Yib Sims.
Let's we've never had our first kiss, but we can actually kiss him. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a little weird? What does she say? Apparently, if a vampire doesn't want to consume the plasma sim, they can consume the plasma fruit or plasma packs, which is what I do.
Una Bisella.
Oh.
Go ice skating. Is there an ice skating rink around here somewhere? Like, I know sometimes it magically appears in the world, but I don't think it will. I don't think there's a place that would fit around here. You know what I mean? Like, even the small one, I'm not necessarily... I wish they had, like, a teeny tiny one. Like, a super small one that would... Yeah, there's no place around here that it would fit. That's unfortunate. I mean, it would kind of fit, like, right there. Like, a small one, maybe. That would be fun. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who the fuck... What is happening here? Adelaide Wade just came and tried to kick my ass. I'm gonna have to fucking kill this bitch. I think I'm gonna bite her.
Hispano Warba?
Droga Epso.
Rude intro. This bitch just attacked me!
Weezok.
Oh, she really hates us.
Moogie.
Scare.
Langy.
More choices. Vampire. Drink plasma.
Baldroga.
Compel for a small drink. She's like, ha! Anyway,
Quafika.
I'm gonna use my vampire powers and drink off you.
Chile.
So yeah,
Jessanela.
I think that would just be a little bit better, so we'll probably do that, pause it a little bit.
Rebane. Vobi Ibsa Bibdo.
Maybe bring back
Quest.
Stardust. So we'll see what happens. You'll see what
From
happens next week. That's
Smazy.
when I'll decide.
Shirarji.
Like,
Boba
if this
Sophie.
isn't up,
Piff of
then you
Zoo.
know. If Colorado Chronicles is up instead of this,
Maybe.
then it's possible I haven't quite decided yet. If Life in Stardust is back, then you know that we came back with that one and decided to put this one on pause for a little bit. So, is our club gone? Where did our fucking friends go? Where did everyone go? Oh, they're there. Where's Gundam? Those two were there, but where did he go? I mean, I looked away for like a skating rink. He walked away, and I have no idea where the hell he went. Are we beating this woman's ass again? I don't know what's going on, and I'm kind of sad that Gundam is not here. Where is he? Okay, so he's here supposedly, but like where? Where is he wearing a bear costume? Well, he's not wearing a bear costume. Those two are there. Where the actual... Okay, we were standing down here. That woman came along. Did he, like, where in the world? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I feel like, I mean, like, we're playing like a fucking Where's Gundam. Like, do you see him, guys? Can't turn the page until we find... It's like fucking like a Carmen Sandiego shit or like a Where's Waldo, but, like, it's Gundam, and I don't know where the fuck he went. Did you not do that? Anyway, I think you're fine. I'm just gonna have you... I'm gonna have to... Okay, there we go. I was gonna reset her because I thought she was stuck. I don't know where he went, and I'm kind of bummed out I lost him. Oh, there he is!
Skinero, Dashibi.
Where the fuck was he? He came in the back door, but was he sitting out here and I missed him? Oh my god, he must have just been sitting out there by the fire and I totally missed him.
Simonis Arrow.
We've already, like, woohooed, like, once today, but, like, why not?
Hey, Yun Zaruga.
She's like, hey, there's a closet there. Oh, fucking it. Nothing makes her more, like, gung-ho for some woohoo in a closet than beating an old lady's ass and drinking her blood. I'm just saying. I'm not... I don't necessarily know, like, this one, we probably will use some Realm of Magic stuff in here, but, I mean, maybe not, because I know this is, like, a Harry Potter legacy, and that would make sense, but at the same time, right, Eclipsed is where we're using all the magical stuff. Like, we have vampires in there, we have aliens, I'm going to use mermaids, I'm going to use the magic stuff. I originally had the Sorcerer mod, I took that out. I'm like, we don't even need that now, we're going to get it in the fall. That's going to be all of that. All of the supernatural stuff. So, like, I mean, we can still use magic in this one, but that one kind of has become all of the occult stuff. So then, the fact that she's a vampire was like, okay. And then we use it might be overkill. So, like, I don't want to, like, take this off and never bring it back. But at the same time, there's a part of me that's like, I feel like it's becoming overkill. I don't know, guys. Like, we'll see what happens. But I definitely need a break from it because I don't feel as gung-ho to play it. But I love Yvain and everything. But I'm wondering if, worst case scenario, if for some reason I just can't ever feel this. I would probably just still have Evane and Gundam have a child and just put that child in a different, and just move them into a game save and be like, this is their kid. Now they're in this game save, and because their child would be possibly a vampire. And if we got the magic pack, I can make Gundam a wizard. Because, hi, that would make sense, Dark Wizard. And then we could marry their child into the Eclipsed family, and then it'd be like, they didn't go away, but it did. I don't know. It's just, the more I think about, like, oh, we could do that, but that... God. Like, I'm just starting to feel like I feel really bad that I brought this one back. Like, I loved this one, and I wanted to bring it back, but I kind of almost wish I hadn't. Because I burnt out really quick on it, and the more I try to think of ways to, like, keep it interesting, all those ways are mixed in, like, it's very much like, oh, well, she's a vampire, but we have vampires and other stuff. Oh, well, we can do the magic, but we're going to use that another, and I don't want to overdo it with the same thing, even though, like, let's be honest, if you took out the occult stuff in The Sims, what are you actually doing in The Sims with, like, it's the same fucking shit over and over, right? It's just different Sims. But I feel like with the occult stuff, it does, you are going to get over it fast, you know what I mean? Not because, like, oh, I love playing with magic, but it's like, I'm playing with magic in all of my games. I'm playing with this in all the games. I don't know. So I don't know. But I do strongly feel like this is the last episode for a little while. We're going to pause it. And just hope that at some point, like, if I start burning out on something else and I'm like, okay, it's a natural place to pause this one, and now we'll bring back, this one. So, but, like, my fear right now is that this is going to get paused and never come back. That's my legit fear right now, because I don't know. I'm starting to worry it's going to get overdone, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I can't make I don't want to sit there and say, well, I mean, like I was just suggesting, well, maybe her and Gundam will still have a kid and I'll move that kid into a different game and then at least they'll still be there and this one will never come back. Because I feel like that's kind of like, oh, I feel like, okay, I'm okay with that. But that's the way I feel right this second because I'm burnt out on this one, which is just weird because I have other ones that I'm not burnt out on, And maybe I just need to pause this one, give it a little bit of a rest, take a refresher, and then come back with more ideas for a story or something. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes there's one like, okay, this is happening, this is going, I've got this and even when you feel the momentum going, like, I have other ones that I totally feel the momentum on. And then you're like, oh, well, who knows when you're going to hit that wall and be like, you know what, I just need a pause. It's just the way it is when you do long series. So I feel bad that I brought this one back to just take it off, I feel like, very quickly. But I do need a pause on it. So this will probably be the last episode for a while. And then when we come back, we will probably, be working on her relationship and kind of moving on with her generation. Because I think her generation technically wasn't supposed to start until she was a young adult. Anyway, but are you gonna, can you, like, what would be nice if you sat down here next to us so that we can actually see you? Who are you flirting with? You can flirt with Gundam. You don't flirt with other people. Like, oh my god. But anyway, so, yeah. So, I am sorry, but I need the break. So, we'll see what happens next week. It'll be a surprise. It's a surprise for me. It's a surprise for you. If I decide to push forward with this one, I don't think that's a good idea, but if I decide to push forward with that, it'll be back next week. Otherwise, we might have Colorado Chronicles just to give me a week to make a decision. And if Stardust is back next week, then that is because I decided to pause this and bring that one back. So next week is as much a surprise for you as it's going to be for me, because I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I will see you guys next week in something. whether it's this or Stardust or just Colorado Chronicles as a place to live temporarily, could you stop moving? Because I'm trying to, like, end this, no, like, looking at your face at least. But, also, side note, I did not realize that these had things on them. Like, wow, what the hell? How long have we had this pack? Anyway. What was that? Do we have to pay our bills? Oh. Well, our power's probably going to get shut off by the time we come back, so anyway. So anyway, I'm going to pause this here. I will see you guys next week in something, whether it's this or something else. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.